Mafia's in the house. What's going on, gang? I see a bunch of you on a little bit early, so I'm going to hop on so we can hang out and spend some time together here. Let's do a little quick roll call. We got Michael Mazza, the King is here. Marcel's here. What's happening, my man? Backstage Baseball, formerly Hall of Highlights. So this is his new name. I think it's pretty sharp. So good to see you all here. Who else do we have here? As of yet, all right, we got the Hirsch's in the house. Udel's here. What is happening, my crew? All right, Daily Dose is in the house too. Jace Peters here. Jace Peter, franchise in the house. Franchise is here, baby. What's happening? Welcome. It's good to see you all on Saturday night. On a good Saturday night. Hope you're all ready for the Super Bowl tomorrow. I want to hear what everybody's predicting for the Super Bowl, rooting for, and we'll see. I mean, I'm actually rooting for the underdog Cincinnati Bengals. It's been like 30 years, but I know they're going to they're up against a tough opponent with the LA Rams playing in their home stadium too. So it's going to be a tough one, but we'll see. I think it'll be a fun game one way or another. T-Bird's here. Good to have you on, man. Logan's in the house. Felix 33. All right. Bengals 27-24. I like that. I think it's going to be a relatively high score like that too. You got some high-powered offenses there. Huge arm from Stafford, and I mean, what a ridiculous combo from Burrow to Jamar Chase too. Like, goodness gracious, man. I think one way or another, I think it's gonna be a fun game. 38-21 Rams from Udall. Johnny Satiro. All right, Maz has got some 3-team trades here. The first one's between the Brewers, the Yankees, and the Cleveland Guardians. Let's hear it. Dave White, what's happening, man? Who do I think was in the trade that the Yankees were talking? I think it was a trade with Oakland, probably a Matt Olson type. I'm just not sure how significant, whether other player or whether another pitcher was involved or whatever. I'm not sure, but my gut's telling me it was a trade discussion with Oakland that almost went down. So that's what I know right now. I don't know if there's any more details that come up. I'll obviously feed you in on them. George Heaney's here. What's happening? William Fogum, nice. 31-17. We got some Rams fans here. We got some Bengals fans. All right. Paul Cordova. All right. 21-20. That'd be nice. Nice. I'm going for Cincinnati just because they're the underdog, Johnny. I think it's going to be fun either way now. Jason Lung's here, man. All good, man. How you doing, brother? We're about to experience some Mike Mazza and trade extravaganza packages here. So we'll see. We'll see what we get here. The first one's between the Yankees, the Brewers, and the Guardians. So waiting to see the details here. Nice, Johnny. Nice. Yanks stink up by 20 and lose to. Oh God. Yeah, Portland just traded to CJ McCollum too. I mean, the Knicks need some. Need a lot of things, man. They really do. Dominic's in the house. T-Bird. Just hope it's not a blowout. Yeah. I hope. I don't think it'll be a blowout. I think it'll be, a pretty solid. It'll be a relatively close game. I don't think it'll be any more than 7 or 10 points difference. I think it'll be somewhat close. So, Lorenzo, I'm going with Cincinnati Bengals, man. Probably like 27-24, something like that. That's my pick. What about you, man? What about you? Yeah. The Knicks had apparently franchise. They had a big trade with the Lakers that was almost agreed upon, and then it fell apart the night before the deadline. I'm trying to figure out what it was for, who was involved in the trade, but they had something big going on with the Lakers, and I don't know what caused it to blow up. No idea. So, what am I snacking on watching? Well, I'm gonna have like wings. I'm gonna have some probably pizza, stuff like that. 420 Bronx for life. What's good, man? I'll get to that too. 420. That's what I'm gonna have. And I'm also making my wife wants a 3-cheese tortellini tomorrow with pesto sauce, great cherry tomatoes, and mozzarella cheese balls. So I'm making that as well. So we're gonna have a lot of good things. I think the Yankees are gonna make a trade with Oakland when the lockout ends. 420. What about you? All right, Maz's trade one here. Milwaukee gets Herman, Monty, Voit, Torres, Sweeney, Wells, Plesac. Milwaukee gets Plesac from Cleveland. Cal Quantrill, Nolan Jones, Espino. Wow, that's a pretty robust trade. Cleveland gets Gio, Sanchez, Gallo, Cortez, Schmidt, Waldachuk, Vargas, Yelich. Oh, Yelich is in this trade? My God. Frelick, Turang, Small, Ashby. Good heavens. That's some quantity right there. What do the Yankees get, Mazza? Who do they get? Oh, Cashman's learned not to prospect hug it. Yeah, I think this is 77 Savage. I think this is the opportunity to move some prospects when you can get big-time players, especially in positions where they're super-duper deep. So, Lee, for real, this is my old school David Wells, number 33 jersey. The away grays. I love it, man. This is, I love the old. I love the gray, the away gray, man. And I love David Wells. That dude was awesome. 507 to 324. Now, that'd be a freaking shootout if I ever heard one. That's a monster score, dude. T-Bird, man, that's how we do it, man. My wife likes to eat. I like to cook, so. And Super Bowl, you always got to have something good. So that's what's on the menu tomorrow. That's what's on the menu, man. Javi Rivera, same to you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. The venison tenderloin, that's what I'm talking about, Dominic. Yeah. You got the gourmet stuff coming up, man. No one wanted Nick Cap and not trading Barrett or Robinson. Nick Slaker blew up because LaBelle hates Knicks. Oh, that stinks. Oh, well. Yankees get Corbin Burns, Peralta, Josh Hader, Adams, Bieber, Ramirez. Oh, my God. Yeah, sign me up for that one, Mazza. That's the return. From a monster trade like that, that's the type of train you need coming back to the Yankees. So I'm in with that one. I like that one. Chris Schmidt, evening. What's happening, man? Gary's in the house. It's my pleasure, man. I'm glad you like it, man. Mazza, that's a monster trade, dude. Oh, Guardians. I keep saying Indians, the Guardians. Old habit. Yankees going to do. Personally, I think it's going to be either Oswald Peraza if he doesn't get traded or Trevor Story. That's what my guts tell me, but we'll see. I really don't. I can't see anybody else for some reason. I'd be surprised if Correa happened, but if they did bring Correa, then it tells me they're committed to spending, and I have them making some other big moves too, because Correa alone is not enough. But if they're going to do that, then they're going to spend. Once we get Arias, I think Peraza. Well, Arias right now is going to be their number 6 prospect. Peraza is their number 2, so he's not ahead of him yet, but I get what you're saying. Young, dynamic prospect, so yeah, I mean, you still have Oswaldo Cabrera, too. There's other guys, and obviously Volpe's about a year away, too. So they have some ridiculous depth, and Arias was a good international signing. So it just adds to that ridiculous pipeline they have. So Melito Perez. Wells was 33 for a while. Melito might have been before that. I mean, neither one of their numbers were retired. So we'll see. But I know Wells had 33 for a while. So they're happy to keep Voit, love his passion, and go on the shortstop and some pitchers. Yeah, I mean, I think Voit gets moved at the once this thing goes out because National League DH is here. But if he stayed and he was healthy and productive, then I have no problem with that at all. Really, because when he's healthy, he's an elite hitter. But he's got 3 years of controllable, 3 arbitration years ahead of him. So he does have quite a bit of value in the trade. So if they move him, I expect them to do something significant at first base because there's really nobody behind him. Chris Gitten's already playing. He signed with a Japanese team. He's going to be Tanaka's teammate. So they don't really have anybody else. Story on a 3-year deal. It's crazy. I could see Story getting a 2-year deal with an opt-out after 1 year or like a 5 or 6 year deal. I mean, if you get him on a 3-year deal, that's not a bad move. But he also suggested recently that he's not willing to move off of shortstop to play any other position. So that could hamstring guys a little bit too. So I don't know. I'm not sure. But again, if he stays healthy and he's productive, then, it's hard to complain. Voit, same thing. I just don't think the Yankees are going to go with him. I think they made their decision when they tried to move him at the deadline. So I think they're going to wind up doing a Matt Olson or somebody like that, or bringing back Rizzo or something. So, yeah, I have a feeling the same thing too, Javi. I really do. If they make the right moves, trade signings, then they can definitely make a run. They definitely can. Backstage baseball, man. Get your fluids, get your rest. All right, make sure you take care of yourself, man, and get better, dude. Rocco's here. What's happening, man? Dave White's here too. My favorite all-time Yankee, my favorite ballpark. My favorite all-time Yankee. Well, that living Don Mattingly. My favorite ballpark memory was David Cohn's perfect game. I was there. The old Yankee Stadium. That was on. And I've been to a couple of World Series clinching, games when they won the whole thing, but there was nothing like David Cohn's perfect game. The feeling that he had once that when Scott Brosius caught that last ball was nothing like it in the world, man. You had people crying in the seat. It was absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I would love to have him on here as a gift, as a guest, just so I could tell him about his perfect game. I was there with my mom. That was unbelievable. It really was. Well, Cashman's got one more year left, so we'll see how well they do this year and see if it dictates whether he comes back or not as the GM. So I don't know. Edward, Joshua from Brazil. Welcome, Edward. Welcome. Davies in the house. I don't like the Guardians name. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's hard for me to latch onto the Guardians. It really is. Michael Mazza. Oh, trade number 2, baby. Oakland Yankees, White Sox. Let's go. Trade Voigt and Andujar to the NL teams. Yeah, I would keep an eye out for Gary Sanchez too. There's a chance he might get moved as well. If they have a plan on bringing some kind of catching play, major league catcher or some catching prospect back here, he definitely has the ability to be moved. Washington Commanders, I think it's just a kind of a bozo name. Personally, I think they could have done better, but whatever. Commanders, Washington football team. It's just, I don't know. I would have picked something different over the Commanders, so I would have. So I'm not the biggest fan. What about you, Lorenzo? We do need pitching, Johnny. Yes. Does the outcome of the lockout dictate whether we're going to extend charge or not? Extend charge or not? What do you mean, JT? Do you mean extend judge? Just want to make sure that I'm understanding what you're asking. I don't see the Yankees spending a lot of money. I really don't know. I really don't know. Volpe will fill the stop. Volpe's not going to be the stopgap for Arias. He's the number 1 prospect, and if he keeps progressing, Arias is not going to pass him. So, they could play together, but I don't see Arias replacing Volpe. And that's way too early to tell. He's only 16. He's got to progress. So, it would likely be Volpe and Arias. Tyler Talbot is here. All right. Now it's a party now, man. What's going on, Tyler? What's up, brother? With the DH locked up on both leagues, almost certain we'll trade Voigt to Colorado. Colorado, don't sleep on Milwaukee. A couple other teams too. It's the way I see it. But yeah, Colorado, it just lines up as a good fit. So it really does. Volpe, Dominguez, and Arias, long-term, strong up the middle. Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. And there are other guys too. You got Sweeney, you got Oswaldo Cabrera, you got there's a lot of guys that gives the Yankees a lot of options, and having that depth that the Yankees have not had in a long time, to me, is a blessing. So it's exciting. It is exciting. So Monty, need World Series. It would be nice if they won in the next couple of years. I definitely want them to take advantage of the prime years of Judge, Cole, Stanton, and them, and get these guys a championship, man. I really do. I don't want to get Bronx, but if we get Olsen and can make a package that gets a pitcher from Oakland. Yeah, I don't see them. I would be shocked if they get Olsen and a pitcher without giving up at least Peraza. And it's obviously going to cost more than that. But I would be shocked. That's a stroke of genius by Cashman. If he gets Matt Olson without giving up Oswald Peraza, and obviously, or Volpe or Dominguez, that's some ninja GM work right there, man. It really is. It really is. Gary Henderson. Where is it? Oh, Davey Hamadani. What are the odds of getting Olsen? I think probably better than 50% now. Marcel, thank you so much, man. I appreciate the super chat. As the February times come close, do you think free agent players put pressure on Tony Clark to blink and be less recalcitrant and more willing to compromise? I think they'll put pressure on him as we get deeper into February. Yeah. I mean, the pressure's on the owners right now. They still have a ways to go. I mean, and this is what I hate. These super rich both sides, and they're like, "Oh, we'll just give a tiny bit more." At the end of the day, they realize too they have to make bigger steps to compromise. I mean, it's just, but obviously they're dug in, and this is the way that it goes, unfortunately, with these types of folks. And, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. So, but it is what it is. But the owners are going to have to pony up some more, particularly for pre-arbitration players. Pre-arbitration players, they have to do that. They have to. So, I think, Jason, in terms of extending, I mean, they should have extended him already. I think they should make him their very best offer, not some offer he's going to turn down just so you could say, well, look, we made him an offer, we turned it down. No, you make him a good offer now, your very best offer, and if he says no, you trade him. That's it. It's got to be that way. T-Bird, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I'm glad you enjoyed the trades, man. Was that the game when the Yankees scored runs every inning? Marcel, thank you again, man. Yeah, that's kind of how I see it, Marcel. I mean, I really do. It's pressure's on the owners now. It's going to be on Tony Clark soon. Because at some point you're going to know, like, oh, they're getting really greedy. And do I think both sides are greedy to a degree? Yes, but there are certain things where I side with the owners. There are certain things where I side with the players' union, and that is what it is. So, it's unfortunate, but that's kind of the way that's how these folks do business. And it stinks. But the fans are the ones get the shaft. I only think of Denzel movie Man. Oh, I love that movie, Man on Fire. The new name Guardians. Corrupt Mexican cops, true story. The Guardianos. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that I'm the president of La Hermandad. Like, you remember that, man, Udall? When he had the guy strapped to his car? I'm the president. No doubt, man. No doubt. Yeah, I mean, Judge is a star player right now. I mean, it's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. I mean, again, they have to make their very absolute, very best offer to extend him as soon as this lockout's over. If he says no, then you trade him. He's the only player on this team that can get an absolute haul back. So that's the way it has to be. I mean, if we're going to pay a haul for Brian Reynolds or Matt Olson or something like that, people are going to have to pay a haul for Aaron Judge if it gets to that point. I'm hoping it doesn't, but it is what it is. Like, that's the way, in my opinion, that's the way it's got to be. Easiest to pick Colorado's pocket for a pitcher because you probably get a pitcher. I mean, if you can't get a major league pitcher, you could probably get a top 10 prospect on the back of the top 10, or maybe even 2 top 20s in between 11 and 20 for a guy like Voit. So, and boost some of our prospect stockpile. And again, some of these guys you could flip to another team in a different trade. So it gives you depth here. So that's why if you get, like 2 guys from Andujar who's got 3 years of control, 2 years of Voit, like you could get 4 or 5 prospects here in return that you could flip some of these guys. So, that's why I see it. Jared, I mean, Cleveland Indian it sounded better. So but that's the way, teams are changing their names now because of whoever's getting hurt or upset. And it is what it is. Like, I just want the Yankees to get better, man. Voit, Sanchez, and Andujar are the fits for NL team. Yes, they are. Those are the 3 best fits. I'm sure there are other guys who can be moved, but those are the 3 most tradable guys I see for the team. My dad's 99 years young. Nice, Dominic, 99. God bless. Gave you Joe DiMaggio baseball card. I found it in the World War II Bible. Wow. Dad said he was DiMaggio. I mean, DiMaggio's a legend. He's one of the greatest Yankees ever. He really, really was, man. One of the best players of all time. Aaron, there are a whole lot of people protesting this stupid lockout, man. I can't blame you. I really don't blame you. Hirsch, if we do an Olsen deal, good chance it's going to be a blockbuster, not just Olsen. Yeah, I agree with that. Well, yes, air minor league games. That's a good question, Den. I don't know. Probably not, but actually, I don't know. That's a good question. I'm going to find out. That's a really good question. They haven't that I've known, that I've seen many, but it could change. Tyler, definitely 2 pitchers needed, man. I'm with you 100% there, man. Yeah, I mentioned that for months too. They got to have pitching depth at the major league level, and something always goes down at the major league level in this rotation. It has been for like the last decade. So they need some guys. Kay mentioned trading for Olsen in the center field. They have Ramon Laureano. Yeah, there was a proposal recently. I think it might have been Bob Clappish or one of these guys. Olsen, Ramon Laureano, and Chris Bassett in one trade, like a blockbuster trade from the Yankees. Yankees ace blockbuster trade. So I don't know. I mean, as long as Olsen comes back, I mean, Olsen and a pitcher would be fantastic. He really would. Judge more money, less years. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you there too, Rocco. Tyler Talbot, Voit fits Colorado, Milwaukee, Miami, Oakland, Atlanta. Yeah, he fits all those. He does. Cashman for commissioner and me for the GM. Man, I don't know if they'd ever consider me for the GM. I tell you that much, man. Udall, I hear that, man. I wish you had more time. That scene is classic, man. Yeah. That's a great movie. All right, Mazza, here we go. Oakland, Rizzo going to the Cubs. The Cubs are trying to. The Cubs have jumped back into the Rizzo sweepstakes. They're trying to get him to come back. So that's as far as I know too. But there's nothing official yet. Oakland gets Herman, Voit, Torres, Urshela, Sanchez, Sweeney, Gomez, Crockett, Cespedes, Berger, Kelly, Thompson. Damn, Oakland gets a lot of players. White Sox get Montgomery, Chapman, Esther Cortez, Chad Green, Clark Schmidt, Austin Wells, Erison Herrera, Chapman, Soderstrom, Muncy, AJ Puck. Damn. My God. What do the Yankees get back, Mazza? What do the Yankees get back? Oh, the Yankees get Montez, Olsen, Murphy, Cease, Bummer. I like the Bummer edition. Yohan Moncada and Luis. Oh, my God. Yeah, sign me up for that one, too. That's a hell of a return. That is a return and a half right there, Mazza. I like it. I like it. These are ballsy trades, man. Really ballsy trades. I can't see any way. Damn, Mazza. That's a lot coming back, man. I can't see any way Judge not resigning with the Yankees, except that they don't want them, which, again, I can't see. Yeah, I mean, it's just – I don't see the point in waiting until next season where he's just going to cost more if he's healthy. And the Yankees have no leverage at that point, but or having someone else outbid them and letting them walk with a qualifying offer. You just get a marginal prospect in return and let somebody else steal Aaron Judge. I just don't see that point. Stay away from Laureano. His right-handed hitter was – yeah, he does have PEDs connected to him, Chris Woods. That's right. He does have PEDs connected to him, Laureano. Lockout needs – hell yeah, Tyler Talbot. Yes, it does, man. Yes, it does. Spring training is definitely going to be delayed. I just hope that if the season gets delayed, it's no more than a week or two. I really do, but we'll see. Do a special live stream party when Sanchez – it's not a bad idea, man. It's not a bad idea. I think once this Olsen trade, if it happens and they do a blockbuster with the A's or whatever, I'll do a live stream that day if it's not one of the normal days so we could celebrate that because that would be phenomenal. It really would. Who would I like Gastan to go for on a trade? I don't know. There's only a few teams I would move him for. I mean, but you're going to have to get a pretty damn big haul back in return for him, not just giving him away. It'll probably have to be a West Coast team, like the Padres or the Dodgers or somebody like that. Probably. Even the San Francisco Giants. But I like Stanton. He's clutch here. In the postseason, he's absolute money. I don't see too many blockbuster trades anymore, but I like what Mike do. I love what Mazda does with these blockbusters, T-Bird. He puts every time, man. He has lists, and they're always different, man. But again, like these are the types of trades that they would love to see. Like, could you imagine a 3-team trade like that's like a 30-player trade? It would take me a week just to digest what happened. Like, oh my God. But that's the type of trades you need to see in baseball. I want like Michael Kay talking about it for 5 days straight. Like, oh, I can't believe the Yankees just did this trade. Like, what? My God. Those are the types of trades I like to see. Rock going 50. I was a big Joe D fan when I was a kid because of the nice Joe DiMaggio. Rocco. Dude, yeah, man. Joey D was, the Yankee Clipper, man. The Clipper. I wish I was around when he played too. I really do. Oh, Tyler Talbot's joining the trade party here. Let's see it, man. Come on, baby. Tyler Talbot's got a 3-teamer with the A's, the Yankees, and the O's. Let's go. Stanton does have a no trade. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yeah, it was then. They didn't deliver what they promised. They said it was better. It wasn't really better. So, yeah. And he just speaks like a politician, Rob Manfred. We tried it. It's just, you can tell they're not, the owners just don't want to give, much when they should. But I think you'll find one of the videos that I do next week pretty interesting. It gives us some details, really, really minute details, but I think you'll have a different perspective on certain things as it comes to baseball, particularly the things that are being negotiated on. And I think you'll find it pretty interesting. I really do. It pertains to these young players and their pay and stuff like that. So there's certain stuff that people generally don't know about because they don't talk about it. What are the chances Gleyber Torres moved? I'd say under 50%, Sean, but if he does get moved, I think it'll probably be for pitching. Something, or maybe the Marlins as a part of a bigger package, or maybe even Oakland as part of a bigger package or something like that. So there is a chance, but I don't think they're going to move him for nothing. He's got 3 years of team control. If he's still 25, he's young, he's got high upside. So I don't, they're definitely not going to give him away. That's for sure. Yeah, Bummer. Bummer would be nice, Chris Woods. I'm with you. I don't know if the White Sox would be willing to do it. So, mother-in-law asked me if I was watching Phil Collins. Phil Collins. Oh, shoot. Oh, man. I'll have to have some Susa Studio or Groovy Kind of Love playing in the background next time we do it so that franchising mom can be like, yeah, man. If she's a Phil Collins fan, I love it. My wedding song was a Phil Collins song, Groovy Kind of Love. My wedding dance. Her show, take a Bosch away. Yeah. We might be able to get one prospect for Sanchez, maybe 2 marginal prospects, something like that. He's got 1 year left before he's a free agent, but he's the type of guy, personally, I would package with somebody else as part of a bigger trade. I definitely wouldn't have him headlining a trade. You know what I mean? So, Talbot. Yankees get Sean Murphy, Matt Chapman, Olsen, Cedric Mullins, John Means, Frankie. Damn, Tyler. That's the type of trade. Let's see. The O's get Caramba, Gio, Schmidt, Vasquez, Wisniewski, Wells, Chad Green, Tony Kemp, Lou, Trivio, Florida. Nice. Very nice, bro. Dude, if the Yankees can extract that type of return, you got to do it, Tyler. She has Sean Murphy, Chapman, Olsen, Cedric Mullins, John Means, and Frankie Montez. My God. That changes the whole team, man. The whole team. Tyler, that's a beast trade. I love it, man. I like that trade. I'm gonna have to. I think what we're gonna have to do, Tyler, is you, me, and Mazza. We're gonna have to do a Zoom. We're gonna have to do 5 blockbuster trade proposals, and we'll compare our trades. We'll do it, and I'll put it out as a video. And I think that would be a lot of fun. If you guys are up for it, I will actually set something up. Just reach out to me or let me know what your email is or Instagram if you have it or whatever, and I'll reach out to you guys. If you're interested, I think that'll be a lot of fun. I think it would be. We could put together some pretty insane trades, man. Some monster trades. That's the type of stuff I like, man. So I would be up for that. Let baseball stay out all year. Greedy $1 million billion. That's ridiculous. Yeah, it's Kenneth. You have every right to feel that way. There's so many of us that are disgusted. It's just ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. It really is. They're ruining it for everybody. They're just ruining it. Yeah, and Anthony, I did hear Jared Williams passed away at age of 55. He had a long battle with cancer. I didn't even know he had cancer. Um, he's one of Derek Jeter's, closest friends ever. He was an outfielder, role player. Jared with the Yankees was like a defensively gifted, speedy outfielder. Was just a decent role player. But he did 2 stints with the Yankees, and he was a class guy. Teresa's in the house. What's good? What is good, Teresa Cerrone? I could see Glaber maybe going to the Diamondbacks along with Medina, another prospect for Martin Gallen. If they can get Martin Gallen, man, that would be nice. You could also plug in Marte at second base and have DJ be the super utility. You can get Marte and Zach Gallen here. Yeah, it'll cost a lot from the Yankees, but again, they're getting a number 2 starting pitcher and again a guy that they could replace Glaber with at second base. Well, that's the thing too, Samuel. Exactly. Sanchez is not going to be gone unless they somehow have another catcher coming in, and so I agree with that. No doubt about it, man. Stand up to cancer. Cancer is a terrible thing, man. It's taking too many people away from us, and it's unfortunate, man. It really is. They got to find a cure for that, man, at some point. They really do. Who's going to be the strongest in American League to our national team in Major League? The strongest in American League is probably going to be Seattle's going to get better. Tampa, Boston, those teams up there. Houston will still be strong whether Correa comes back or not. It's like those teams. But I would look out for Seattle. They're going to be solid. They're going to add to that team. It's going to get better. Toronto as well. And the Yankees, of course. But so there's a lot of teams that are going to be really tough to beat in the American League. So the Yankees have their hands full. They definitely have their work cut out for them. Man, they're set for Olympic athletes showing. Yeah, no doubt about it, Sean. It's nice when they do that. It really, really is. It just makes you love the sport, respect the sport even more, whatever sport it is. I've seen it a lot in track and field over the last couple decades. Yeah, Gerald Williams, one of Jeter's. Him and Jorge Posada, I think, were Jeter's closest friends in the world. So, yep, Hirsch, exactly. Maz is in? All right, good. Let me know, Tyler, if you're into it. I'll set this thing up, man. I will set it up. This year must be worst Olympics conditions since Berlin 36. Conditions? I've seen somebody. I mean, I don't know. I've been obsessed with this curling. I don't know why. I've never seen it. Like, it's so bizarre where, people, this thing that just rolled down the ice so slow and the people are screaming at each other's face while they're like cleaning the ice in front of it. It's so intense and it's so ridiculous, but I can't stop watching it. I don't understand. I really don't. Trade 3. Diamondbacks, Yankees, Brewers. Let's see this one, Mazza. 2 National League teams in the Yankees. I like that. Let's see. Manfred, yeah. He's absorbing a lot of the hate from the owners. So I do get to hate some of the owners too, hiding their faces and letting Manfred take all the heat. So, but yeah. Washington Red Tails would have sounded better. Not bad, Lorenzo. Not bad. Marte could plug both short. Yeah, he can. You could slide him at second base too, Sean. So A's get Glaber, Voit, Gil, Cabrera, Peraza, Ray. Yankees get Olsen, Montez, and Murphy. Glaber, Voit, Luis Hill, Oswaldo Cabrera, Oswald Peraza, Albert Abreu. Olsen, Montez, Murphy. You kind of have to do that trade, Chris Schmidt. With the return the Yankees get, you kind of have to. You do. And you have Montez replacing Hill, essentially. So that's a trade you gotta. That's a big trade, Chris. That's a big trade. I like it. And at that point, they'd have to most likely sign a shortstop, but it is what it is. If you can get that catcher and that first baseman here in the stable, you kind of have to do something like that. Sanchez for Sandoval. Which Sandoval are you talking about? Not talking about Pablo Sandoval, right? He's a free agent. Talking about Tony Sandoval. Which Sandoval are you talking about, Sean? Can't stay on, but one and the same. Jason, keep the good work. Stungili, thank you so much, man. It's always good to have you on, whether you're here 5 minutes or an hour. It's always nice to see you on here, man. I appreciate that, bro. I'm going to keep it rocking and rolling for you guys. Oh. All good, man. Yeah, but yeah, Scungili, it's always nice to see you, brother. Always nice, man. And be well. I will have a great weekend too, man. Christopher Woods. The Yankees will need to find some catcher because, like you said in your video, they are definitely slim at the position. Like, there's no answer behind Gary Sanchez right now. You're absolutely right, Christopher. Blue Jays are good. I don't think their pitching is strong. Well, they brought in Kevin Gausman, but even though he's not really an upgrade from Robbie Ray, I still see them potentially trading for a starting pitcher and bringing in another bat. So they haven't really made any moves yet. And I don't think they're going to stay in pat. So aside from Kevin Gausman to replace Robbie Ray, they need moves, and I think they know that they need to make moves. So I see them doing something. That's why the Yankees need to do something too, so that the Blue Jays don't take somebody that the Yankees should be getting. Only problem, Marte gets injured, fragile. Yeah, Chen Ming Wang, man, he had this freaky Lisfranc injury on the top of his foot that kind of screwed him up after 2 19-win years, man. It was a shame. But that injury is a tough one to come back. The Lisfranc injury on your foot, it really, really is. Recaps off season. Yeah, he has a solid one. Olsen, Suzuki, Kane-Falefa, and Rodon. That's a solid offseason. It really is. If they can get all 4 of those guys, they've had a hell of an offseason. They really have. Mazza. Yankees get Corbin Burns, Ralta. Devin Williams. Ooh. The Dames. Zach Gallant, Carson Kelly, and Ketel Marte. Dude, it'd be really hard to not sign up for that, Mazza. Like, damn. That's a return and a half, dude. But look at that, man. The Yankees would get in this situation, the National League reigning Cy Young Award winner, and a stud reliever. You get a second starter. So you essentially have your number 2 and number 3 starters there locked up. You get a frontline catcher for the next couple of years. You get an infielder, 2 infielders, 3 infielders, or versatility. That's the type of that changes the whole team and it makes them a lot more athletic and versatile, Mazza. So kudos for that too, man. It's pretty fascinating watching your trades come to fruition here. I will watching you put them out. They're freaking bold trades, man. They really do. I like it, Mazza. Awesome work, bro. Keep it coming. Lindsey Jacobells and Nick Baumgartner won gold in mixed team. Good. That's good. Sean White, when's the finals with Sean White? Did it go already? Women's hockey rocking the Olympics. Good. Heck yeah. Give me your best Yankee and Mets trade and Yankees and Red Sox trade proposals. You 3, give me your Yankees, Mets. A trade proposal between the Yankees and Mets. I don't even know who they would go after at this point from the Mets. The Mets are adding so much to the team. I don't know if they would give up anybody worth doing a trade with the Yankees, to be honest with you. Like Pete Alonso, maybe, boy. I don't think they're going to trade Pete Alonso. You could plug him at first base. You really could. And he's already he's a legit performer in New York, so that's for sure. Hate to see Rizzo go, but if he's not coming back, the Cubs, that's a good thing. Yeah, if he's going to the Cubs, yeah. Be welcome back there. It'd be a good move for him. He's a household name in Chicago. Yeah, MJ Melendez, yeah. I've talked about Melendez and Soderstrom for Oakland for quite a while. Those 2 are good-looking prospects. They really, really are. Either one of them I'd welcome in New York. Rocco and Joe Panic were from Hopewell Junction. Nice. During talk from last week. Did not mention town. Nice. Hopewell Junction. Is that what John Jay is? John Jay High School? think I'd take a blind catcher over Sanchez. I think a lot of people would. We got to catch it. That was a cross between Sanchez and offense and Higgy defense. Yeah, exactly, man, Sean, exactly. And that's essentially like, I mean, Jacob Stallings was that. Guys like that. Even Sean Murphy is a better version of that. So, but I know what you see. I know what you mean, Sean. Tim Vandevelde. How are you? Yeah, the owners have already asked for expanded playoffs. I mean, they've already brought it up. So, yeah, I don't know if it's going to happen, but they have already brought that up as part of one of their core proposals. So, yes. Trade for Mazza. The Reds, the Yankees, and the Dodgers. Ooh, I like that one. Let's go. Bring it on. Let's go. Say go big or go home. You're damn right, Mazza. That's how you do it, man. That's how you do it. You're going to regret the moves you don't make. Yeah, man. And again, when you say no, I mean, if you put it out there, they say no, okay, you move on. But these trades are franchise-altering trades. That's for damn sure for each team involved. No doubt about it. I don't think it's going to end until mid-March. That's unfortunate at this point, which sucks. But Olsen or Freeman. To me, Olsen, Benji. Man, this thing just scrolled down big time. Dream off season will be extend Judge, sign Suzuki, get Rodon, and get either Marte or Reynolds. I'd sign up for that, Sean Browning. Jeff McNeil. I don't know, maybe, but is he a massive upgrade anywhere for this team? I don't know. One former man is a free agent now. Michael Conforto. Yeah, I think he could be. He has some value. Conforto might be a fit here. Yankees would have to move Gallo though, so I'm not sure if that move would happen. But yeah, I mean, he would have value here. And again, he's shown he can perform in New York, so there's no doubt. And Conforto would be, if they brought him here, I wouldn't complain, especially if he stays healthy and plays well. What can you complain about? Only issue that we don't know how much experience Suzuki has as a center fielder because playing the corner outfield position as much. Yes, it is. Yes, he's projecting well as a center fielder, but again, projecting and is different than actually playing here in center field. So I totally get what you're saying. USA men's hockey beat Canada. Yes. All right, USA hockey. Yeah, it's it's funny, Eric Thames. So Benji's just brought out the fact that Eric Thames signed a major minor league deal with Oakland. He's a first baseman. He's a power hitting first baseman. So that tells me that they probably are going to move Matt Olson. That's my guess. John Jay, yeah, you don't see. I know a guy who went to that school and ran track and was an All-American, and I'm familiar with that school, the John Jay School. Conforto is not a great defender. No, he's not. And Gallo is an elite defender, so that's one, a plus for Gallo there. All right, here we go. Mazza. Cincinnati Reds get Domingo Germán, Chapman, Voit, Gio, Gallo, Sanchez, Sweeney, Gonsolin, Conley, nice. Barnes, Bush, Papillon. Damn, so they get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 players, the Reds. Dang. The Dodgers. Chad Green, Monty, King, Torres, Peraza, Schmidt, Gomez, Votto, Stevenson, Green. They get 10 players. And they have Votto get their first baseman. They get a boatload of pitching depth and positional depth. Dodgers are loading up too, Mazza. What are the Yankees getting here? Eliminate Manfred, runner, 7 inning. I wouldn't get rid of the 7-inning doubleheader. I mean, personally, but I would get rid of the runner on second extra inning one. I think it's kind of stupid. Personally, if they're going to do something like that, I would have the runner on first for the first, maybe then 10th, 11th, and 12th. And then anything after 12th, then you can bump them to second. It's got to be gradual, in my opinion. Putting them around at second, that really, I think it hurts relievers. So that's definitely a key advantage for the offense. And the Yankees get Castillo, Amir Garrett, Dustin May, Russell Gratterall, Muncy, Lux, Smith. Wow. 1, 2. A lot of pitching depth, a lot of positional. Damn. It makes him a hell of a lot younger, too, Michael Mazza. I like that, too. I like this trade, too, especially with the youth that's being infused on the Yankees here. I like that, too. Oh, the prospect from the Phillies. I saw that, too. Catching prospect. I mean, Real Muto, I think, has, 3 years left on his deal? On his 5-year extension? If that's right. It's 2 or 3 years. Is he that good? I'm hearing he's pretty highly touted. Real Muta's still an elite catcher, so. But if you can prize somebody like that away, then you do it. You do it. Kikuchi or Kershaw for the Yankees. If they were to go one, I'd probably go Kikuchi. Just more familiar with the American League already. Kershaw's not. So, yeah, same thing, Udo. I would start the man at first base for like 10th, 11th, and 12th, and then after the 12th, you bump him to second there. That's what I would do too. So I'll go to the Yankees, who will be our awesome team. Very good. Courtney. You talking about Soto? Juan Soto? If he went to the Yankees, it would be phenomenal. Crazy. Yeah, the expanded playoffs, I don't see the point. They're already playing 162 games. They already know who the best teams are. So I don't see the point in expanded playoffs to me. I just don't see it. Again, they played so many games more than any other sport. They're fine where they're at. Sweeney can replace Gio at third. Yes, he can, Hirsch. I would agree with that. Charity. Tyler, you in too? If you're in, if you guys have Insta, go to mine, Diehard Yankee Fan 447, and just message me, and I'll put together something for us. All right, I'll put out email me at blackbeltrunningcoach@gmail.com. Email me there, and I'll put it together for us. So, because I think that'll be a lot of fun. Sean White finished 4th in the half pipe. Shoot, I was hoping he won another goal. Oh well. Got a great career, man. Skating legend. McNeil's pretty much a left-handed version of Glaber. Okay. I mean, I hope they do a little bit more of an upgrade for a left-handed bat, but we'll see. I mean, McNeil's a little bit better defensively than Glaber too, so that's not a bad thing either. Get rid of Hicks, yeah. He's not the answer either. Not the answer either. I saw a rumor that the Mets want Aaron Judge. Well, Mets want Aaron Judge right now. Who would they give up for Judge? Are they going to wait for him to be a free agent and pay him a boatload of money? He could do that. If you want him before that, what would they have that the Yankees would bite on in terms of a trade return? That'd be my question. Bauer get a second. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I think they're eager to make an example out of him now. But the fact is, he's not being criminally charged. So as far as I'm concerned, it's done. There's no evidence of anything. It's done. So, but MLB still has they have this appetite of suspending people, making an example out of people. So, if he does, if the Dodgers release him, then I think he'll get picked up by somebody because I've seen his workout videos and throwing bullpens this offseason. He looks really good, and so don't be surprised if the Yankees sign him in free agency if he gets to that point. He's already opted in with the Dodgers. They're going to pay him $30+ million, so there is a chance they might keep him around too after losing Scherzer and potentially Kershaw too. So there's a chance they might keep him around, but you never know what MLB. They like making examples of people. Good, Tyler, I'm in too, man. Good. Reach out to me. Just get me your email. Get me your info on IG or send me an email, man, and I'll put it together. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Peacetime can be very difficult, but yeah, we have to get rid of White. Yeah, I think they will, Benji. I really do. Chicken Parms here. How about Conforto on a short term? Man, maybe. I mean, I wouldn't go Conforto over, say, a Suzuki. I would go, say, a Suzuki. So, that's what I would do. Mazza, trade 5 between Oakland, the Yankees, and Atlanta. Let's go. Let's get it. 7-inning rolls beyond stupid. I think it's good for doubleheaders, though. Preserves the bullpen, but that's just my opinion. Where is Correa going to go? I think he's going to go either Detroit or The Phillies. Don't sleep on the Phillies, or potentially Boston. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't sleep on them, or the Detroit Tigers. I wouldn't sleep on either team. I really wouldn't. Benji, I appreciate that, man. I'm glad you like them. No, I get it, Udall. I get it. It's just the problem with the doubleheaders is if they go through a lot of pitchers and a bunch of them are not available for the following day, then it creates problems. So, and if they're not going to expand the rosters a little bit, then it creates too many problems. But I get what you're saying. I really do. Added you on IG. All right, cool, Michael. Good. I'll get you on there today. Atlanta gets Michael King, Lucas Licky, Peralta, Rivera, Chapman, Soderstrom, Kemp, Allen, Oakland, Herman, Sanchez, Voigt, Torres, Andujar, Gallo, Sweeney, Bro, Wells, Roca. Wow, they get 9 players from the Yankees. Shit. Who do the Yankees get back, Mazza? Let's see. Correa will go to the highest bidder. Yeah, exactly, Hirsch. No matter where it is. If it's oh man, I've always liked the deep dish pizza in Cincinnati. That's what Boris people do. I've always wanted to go here and after they get paid. So Rodon, yeah, I think the Yankees will end up with Rodon, Benji. New York Yankees get Frankie Montez, Olsen, Murphy. If they can get Montez, Olsen, and Murphy in any type of trade scenario, that would be so good, man. But they're also getting Max Fried. Ooh, Max Fried, nice. Ozzy Albies, Matt. Wow, damn. Again, more young, dynamic players, man. See, this is what I like. I like that return, man. And that's the quality of that makes up for the quantity we're giving back, no doubt about it. Boris is the best in the game, man. That's why people go with him, because he gets people paid, man. He is the best agent in baseball. There's no doubt about it. He's hated by a lot, but he's the best at what he does. So I got to give him that. They're going to drop the 7-inning. Yeah, exactly. 30. Exactly, Christopher. You need to increase the roster from 26 to like 30, 28 to 30. If you're going to go back to 9-inning doubleheaders. No doubt about it. How long will Hicks play before we get I'm going to say a couple of weeks, Menji. A couple of weeks. A's, Medina Garcia, Torres, Ferraza, Florial, Rowe, David, Fran, Beck, Chris, Clark, Herman. Tina. They get a lot, Tyler. That's a lot, man. That's a beefy trade, too. Damn, Talbot. Pretty legit. All right, Maz, another one. Trade 6. Oakland, Yankees, in Miami. Let's get it. Let's see what you got. Hicks may injure his back on the 9th. Yeah, he might injure. Yeah, he might. He might, man. He just got married too, so maybe he might get carpal tunnel from putting the ring on. So he might have that type of thing available too. So you never know. Is Bumgarner available? I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, I would personally rather have Zach Gallen over Bumgarner, but he might be. Peter Carrasquillo, he's in the house. What's happening, man? Welcome. Chicken Parm, Cedric Mullins from Glaber. It's going to cost more than Glaber and Gallo to get Cedric Mullins, but that's something you have to give a bit more, quite a bit more. But if you can pry Cedric Mullins away, I mean, that's a hell of a trade. Cubs get Sanchez, Gio, Schmidt, Bassett, Brandon Lockridge, Wisniewski, and Chad Green. The Yankees get Sean Murphy, Matt Olson, Ian Happ, Frankie Montez, Kyle Hendricks, AJ Puck, Matt Chapman. Damn. More depth. Legit, Tyler. I like it, man. I like it. You realize when we do this video of our 3 team, this is going to be absolute chaos. We're going to light the internet on fire with our trade proposals, man. I'm telling you. That's going to be fun to do. Mazda, Oakland gets Herman, Sanchez, Voigt, Torres, Urshela, Peraza, Gomez, Bro, Jazz Chisholm, Cabrera, Luzardo, Blade. Miami, Monty, Cortez, King, Schmidt, Sweeney, Wells, Waldichuk, Kemp, Andrews, Soderstrom, Max, Muncy. Oh, my God. Jared, man, always a pleasure. Thanks for coming on and spending some time with us on Saturday night, bro. And I'll talk to you next week, hopefully, man. Ramos would be a perfect. He can play in the field as well. Yeah, Ramos, yeah. Mazza. Yankees get Montez, Manea, Olsen, Chapman, Murphy, Sandia. Oh, God, yeah. 1, 2. I mean, you're getting 3 frontline starters right off the bat. Like a catcher, third baseman, and a first baseman. Yeah, man. Yeah, Mazza. Yeah, Mazza. No doubt about it, man. I like it, man. I like that one. That's a big time return for the Yankees. I like getting 3 starting pitchers, man. I like that. Would I bring Andrew Miller back? Not at this point, Benji. He's just a shell of himself. I mean, he might be decent against lefties still or whatever, but I would do something else. I would do. There are other guys. I mean, Andrew Chafin. There are other guys, Rich Rodriguez, and some other guys that are available that I would go on before Andrew Miller. Trades. Reporters would be going nuts, Christopher, with these trades. They would not know how to understand how to process it for a while. But at the end of the day, that's the type of stuff that these. I know as a reporter, I would like to be the first one to break that one. Oh God, heck yeah, heck yeah. Trade 7, Oakland, Yankees, Cincinnati. Let's get it, man. Come on, Massa. Trade 7. 3-team trade. Yankees, A's, Cleveland. Let's go, Tyler. Let's go. Tyler and Mazza. Let's see it. What do we got? Hirsch, take a flyer on Archie Bradley. Hashtags of how righties. Yeah, I mean, Archie Bradley, Rich Rodriguez. I would come after Andrew Chafin on the left-handed side. So there are guys that are available out there that could be a fit. No doubt. Archie Bradley's got a big arm, too. You think Rizzo comes back, Chicken Parm? All right. I think there's a good amount of people who do. They either think he will come back or he should come back. So I know. And he was good with the Yankees. He was good. What about Kenley Jansen to step up? They set up Chapman or Trey Chapman and sign Hanley. Very possible. But if you're going to trade Chapman, I would give Johnny Lasagna the closer spot and let Kenley Jansen set him up at that point. That's what I would do. People have good players in Major League Central. We'll go crazy. Major League players give $650K over year, 1 to 2 years, 7,000. Make that deal. What? Courtney. We'll go crazy. Major League players give $650K over 1 to 2 years. And now it's $615 for pre-arb 0 to 1 year, $650 pre-arb 1 to 2 years, and $720 now for pre-arb 2 to 3 years, and before going to arbitration. So, yeah, I mean that's the type of money. And Major League, the Players Union wants $775 for all 3 levels, and I know that's something owners don't want to do. So they're gonna have to meet. I mean, they've already moved up. They're gonna have to move up a little bit more, I think, before the Players Union can be like, okay, we've secured a hell of a lot more money for you guys at all 3 levels. And they already have, but they think they want a little bit more. This is where they have to be careful in the area to not get super greedy, because that thing can blow up on the Players Union too. So, all right, Mazza. Oakland gets Herman, King, Peralta, Voit, Torres, Sanchez, Peraza, Waldichuk, Fado, Moustakas, Acuna, Nelson, Green. 13 players to the A's. Wow. Damn, that's a lot of different. Okay. Cincinnati, Montgomery, Chapman, Rodriguez, Sweeney, Schmidt, Wells, Chapman, Kemp, Andrews, Puck. 10 players to the Reds. Yankees get Montez, Olsen, Murphy, Castillo, Garrett, Suarez. Ooh. Talking about Eugenio Suarez? Ooh. 1, 2, 3. That's another one. Yeah. I mean, anything coming back with you get Montez, Olsen, and Murphy, and Castillo and Garrett. Just those guys alone, even without Suarez, I'd be all over that. But you can add Suarez to it. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Would I sign King? Mazza, that's a good one, bro. That's a good one. Would I sign King? Not at this point. Nah, I don't think it'd be worth it. I would be getting other guys. Talbot. A's get Medina, Garcia, Torres, Peraza, Florial, Bo Naylor, Logan Allen, Randy Vasquez. It's a lot, man. That's a lot, but I like it, man. What else is part of the trade here, Tyler? What are your thoughts on the K-Rod cast? I think it'll be fun. I think K-Rod will be carrying A-Rod for a while, but K-Rod's good, man. And I think he'll help balance A-Rod out quite a bit. I think he'll help balance him out quite a bit. So I want to see the rest of Talbot's trade here. Mazza, Yankees, Montez. Okay, I saw that. Mazza's trade date. Here we go. Milwaukee to Yankees in Pittsburgh. I want to see the rest of Talbot's trade too. Let's see. Need to sign Carter. No doubt about it. I think it's got to be one of the first orders of business for the Yankees, Peter. Coming right out this lockout is to sign Carlos Rodon and then try to get another second pitcher. Pineda, maybe. I think the career will re-sign with the Astros. He might. He might. They still have a very talented team there. So, yeah, I did see Coney's dad passed away, and he sent him a tweet, like a thank you for him. And it's sad. It's sad. Marlins get Andujar, Voit, and Abreu for Alcantara and a prospect. Andujar, Voit, and Abreu for Sandy Alcantara and a prospect. We might actually have to grease it with another prospect or something to get Sandy Alcantara because they just signed him for like a 5-year, very affordable deal and as a young starting pitcher. I think it would cost more than Miguel, Andujar, Voit, and Abreu. They might have to add another piece to it. Maybe. But if you can get it, that's not a bad trade, Chris. I like it, man. That's not bad. Hal Steinbrenner for Steve Cohen. Chicken Parm, dude. Yeah. Yeah. At this point, hell yeah. We sign Rodon. I think he'll be conditioned differently so we can keep him off the IDL. Yeah, that would be nice to keep him healthy. That's for sure. Kyle Gibbs, what I think. Gio, Luis Hill, Florial, Green, and Chapman to the Padres for Machado and Snell. Gio, Hill, Florial, Green, and Chapman to the Padres for Machado and Snell. You got Machado, that's a big upgrade from Gio, and you add another starting pitcher like Blake Snell, not Ian Snell, Blake Snell. That's a trade I would entertain, Kyle. I would entertain that. Kershaw, I think he's going to go to Texas. Benji. Tyler at the end there. Cleveland gets Luke Voigt, Matt Chapman, Clark Schmidt, Hayden Wesneski, Jason Dominguez, Chad Green, Oswaldo Herrera. Ooh, I wonder what the Yankees get, Tyler. Trade Andujar to Diamondbacks for Kate. It'll cost a little bit more than Andujar to get Keita Marte, but I like where you're heading there, Sean. I do. The best bet now is that Correa will likely return to Houston. Can't think of any other questions. Yeah. Or options. There's less than a handful that would get him that would be willing to pay that money. So yeah, it's less than a handful. Like if the Yankees traded for Olsen and signed Correa, that would be a massive offseason, Nick Ferranti. Massive. They traded for Olsen and signed Correa. They still need another pitcher though, no doubt about it. That changes everything on the offense. Nick. All right, Mazza. Brewers get Montgomery, Herman, Green, Chapman, Voigt, Torres, Peraza, Vargas, JT Brubaker, Ben Gamel, Acevedo, Cruz. Oh my God. Pittsburgh gets Gio Schmidt, Gomez, Dominguez, Neveres, Yelich, Small, Currency, Green, Kelly. Whew. Yankees get Corbin Burns, Peralta, Josh Hader, Devin Williams, Adames, Ryan Reynolds, and Brian Hayes. Oh, man. Dude, I'm all over that one, Mazza. All over that. All over it, bro. Nice finish, man. Well done. Talbot, the Yankees get Ramirez, Matt Olson, Frankie Montes, Shane Bieber, Sean Murphy, Tony Kemp, AJ. What? Sign me up for that one too, Talbot. You get, my God, that again, franchise-altering trades. Both you guys. You guys are both legends. Mazza and Talbot, absolute legends, dude. I love it. You imagine if Paul O'Neill from Mount just kept enough water cool? Yeah. He'd be smashing them left and right if it doesn't go his way. I just love to see him arguing with some umps, Billy Martin style and Lou Piniella style. I love Paul O'Neill. That's such a gamer. Marlins want Conforto. Yeah, don't be surprised if they sign him or somebody like Castellanos or somebody like that. So I think they're going to make a sneaky good move or two. Super Bowl tomorrow. Baltimore face off. Watching Super Bowl. Cincinnati Bengals against the LA Rams. Yeah, I'm watching it. And it's supposed to be a good halftime show too. So yeah, it's supposed to be pretty live. So I'm definitely watching it. Herman Marquez. Luke Voigt could be part of a package to Colorado for Herman Marquez. That's something that would definitely have intrigued me. We'd have to add to Voigt, but that would intrigue me big time. Mazza and Talbot, they put a lot of work and efforts into this. So I really enjoy their trades, and I appreciate the effort they put in, man. I really do. So thank you to both of you. You guys are beasts. Absolute beasts, man. You guys are what makes this channel awesome, man. You really are. Chicken. I'm telling you, every time I hear the word chicken parm, I want to go eat chicken parm. It's one of my favorite foods in the world. I love chicken parm. Neil has issues hanging from Studio 21. The Villas tied him down. That's yeah, Udo. I like that one. Gallo for Luis Campusano. If they can get Luis Campusano for Gallo, you'd have to do that. Jackson, you absolutely have to do that. If you can get him. Yeah. Story, I think if Correa goes elsewhere, then Story goes to Houston. I did have him predicted to the Yankees, but we'll see now. So it's either, to me, either Houston or the Yankees, or don't sleep on the Angels. Angels, I think, will make a move or two also. Oh, Maz and Talbot, you guys are definitely Hall of Famers. Streaming, definitely Hall of Famers, dude. Yeah, this is what I mean, Maz. I want to have you and Talbot as guests, and we'll do it just the three of us. We'll do a Zoom, and it'll be. I'll release it so everybody can see it, and we'll do our trade proposals and all the stuff. I think it'd be a lot of fun. I would love to have you guys on, and we can do. We can all entertain, and we'll have our 5 trade proposals, and stuff like that. And maybe I'll add a couple other different things, but that would be a lot of fun, man. So I would love to have both of you guys on. I think it'd be a great time. Chicken parm today, too. Yeah. Chicken parm is one of the greatest things ever. It really is. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's hard to not love chicken parm. It's like, to me, it's impossible to hate chocolate. It's impossible to hate shrimp cocktail. It's impossible to hate ribeyes. Good, well-cooked ribeyes. I mean, something that's tasty. And love it. Love it. I would too, Peter, but he re-signed with the Atlanta Braves, Charlie Morton, for 1 year. He did have a big leg injury, but the Goo's a gamer. But yeah, he re-upped with the Braves, unfortunately. I would have loved to have him too. I like Morton. Oh, Neil will definitely bring a different approach than Boone would, Sean. There's no doubt about that. Yeah. Gallo for Campusano and Hosmer. I'm a hard no on Hosmer. It's pointless to bring him here. Just to take that $20 million a year. I know they would want to attach Hosmer's contract to a Campusano. I get that, but we need them to. It's just not a fit here. It's not a fit here, unfortunately. So, they would have to eat a contract back from us. But again, Hosmer's a shell of himself. And to me, if we can add a contract to them for them to absorb, even if it's not as much as Hosmer's, we can always release Hosmer at some point too, just to get Campusano. So that's something I would consider. But they need to take something back, in my opinion. Because Hosmer makes $21 million plus per season for the next 3 years, and he's not that great anymore. So I love the one with the where we got Brian Reynolds. I love the one when we got and all those A's guys, and I love when we got Cedric Mullins with the A's guys. So there are quite a few. Mazza, he had some crazy ass trade proposals, but I like that. I liked, if you get those 3 Oakland guys and you can get Mullins back and you get some, I mean, that's the type of trade that I like. If we can get Mullins and Brian Reynolds or something like that, or Olsen and Brian Reynolds as part of the trades, and That's the type of stuff. And like the ones with Reynolds and Cabrian Hayes, that was insane with those 3 A's guys. That's probably my favorite, that one right there. I would say that's my favorite. Mazza. So that's well done. And chicken parm is one of the greatest things in the world. Greatest things in the world. Herman and Sanchez and a prospect for Hendricks and Castillo. Castillo or Contreras, Benji? Wilson Contreras, the catcher? Man, that would be intriguing, man. Next thing, Yankees should get the Cubs on the phone to see what Wilson Contreras and Kyle Hendricks. Yeah. I mean, that would be a nice trade, too, for the Yankees. Jackson, yeah, Camposano or Melendez or Tyler Soderstrom from the A's. 3 stud young catching prospects. Oh. Knicks lost to Miami 113-111. I like the trade that they made to bring in Brent Simmons back and some of these other guys. I think it'll take a few days, but I think they'll have a better impact on the Nets than James Harden did. We're trying to negotiate the Hicks contract if we went with that Gallo or Camposano and Hosmer. Yeah, if they could take Hicks off our hands, that's something I would entertain, Christopher Woods. I would entertain that. There's no doubt about it. And personally, I don't think the Orioles were going to be trade Mullins, but that would be a hell of a trade. That's a monster trade from Mazza, so. Going to be tough to get Brian Reynolds or Cedric. Yeah, I think the more realistic gets probably Brian Reynolds, but it's still going to cost a haul only because Mullins is in our division. I don't think the Orioles want to help out the Yankees at all, so can't blame them. I don't even think they want to give us John Means. No. Trade us John Means, I should say. Yankees should complete whatever deal they can close to making the fun. Yeah, I'm just curious. I mean, I hope that was one of the Oakland deals, Mazza. With those guys, I really hope that was the get, because that right there, a multiple position, ability to fill multiple positions at once with one trade is a trade that I like to do with Oakland. Oh, LA Yankee Kings here. What's up, dude? Voit, Andujar, Florial to Kansas City for Benintendi. Voit, Andujar, Florial. That's an interesting one for Ben. I mean, I like Benintendi, so he'd be a nice fit. And Harden was just not a fit there. He's a ball hog. He can score points, but I think he'll be a better fit over in Philly. Simmons, I think, was needed to change his scenery. And they also this is the first time that the Nets have brought back. So they got Simmons. They got, was it Drummond and someone else and 2 first-round picks. So they got some prospect capital in return. They've been so used to giving out picks. I just think, I didn't like the fit with Harden there. I didn't think it was a good fit. He'd be a better fit in Philly, and those guys would be a better fit in New York. I mean, in Brooklyn. So, in my opinion, we'll see what happens. So, Zanino next off season is a realistic option. Yeah, he's realistic. He'd be a free agent. So, yeah. Why is the Yankee fans talking about Rangers catcher Jonah Heim? No idea. What's so fascinating about him? Ripken for commissioner. Yeah, I was talking to Derek from Recaps about that. He picked Ripken too. Ripken would probably be a good fit. I do also, Maz. I think it was an Oakland related deal, and I hope that revisits itself right after lockout and then it gets done. I really do. Boy, I'll get a shot in spring saying center field in a minor league deal. Yeah, and they're in Ciarte. They brought in Ciarte Benji on a minor league deal. Florial got a shot too. So I mean, they have some depth that they brought in on minor league deals. So we'll see what happens. And Ciarte can probably compete for an outfield spot. So 3-time Gold Glover. The A's signing the first baseman, they go to minor league deal without seals the deal. Yeah, Eric Thames. Mazza, they bring in power hitting first baseman, which makes me think that the Olsen trade's more realistic once lockout's over. Trade to where? I don't know. I hope the Yankees, but it just increases the chance of them moving Matt Olson. So I agree with you there, Mazza. Cleveland gets Voit, Herman, Hill, Peraza for Shane Bieber. Voit, Herman, Hill, Oswald Peraza for Shane Bieber. Oof. Well, that's probably representative of a trade. Pretty solid trade, Schmidt. I'm actually intrigued by that one. I'm Ender Inciarte, Benji. He played with the Atlanta Braves. He's a 3-time Gold Glover. He's a solid outfielder. The Yankees tried to get him either last year or the year before at the deadline. Chris Schmidt, I like that trade. Maz, I think you, me, and Talbot, man, should go in and take over this franchise, man. Like a hostile takeover. I think it'd be good. Be a lot of fun running it with you guys. Yankees should get Eric. Jock Peterson. He's another one. He's got some upside. I mean, I think he's got a lot left of baseball, and but the Yankees would obviously have to move on probably from Florial or Gallo if they plan on doing that. So, but again, that's not the biggest deal in the world. So, Jock will be fun in the Yankees. He's a clutch hitter in the postseason. He's got a good bat. Voit, Cabrera, Gomez, Medina from Melendez and Benintendi. Voit, Oswaldo Cabrera, Andres Gomez, and Luis Medina from Melendez and Benintendi. Sign me up for that one, Woods. Hill. Yeah, I hope they don't move Luis Hill either, but we'll see. If I'm trading a haul of prospects, I want Shane Bieber. Yeah, of course. A lot of people do. Maz, I agree with you. We'd win 110 games a year, man. Me and Talbot, man. 110 games a year, dude. Yeah, Eric Timms was signed by the Oakland A's today, Benji. And if that's what you're asking about, Oakland Timms. Eric Timms signed with the Oakland A's. So increasing the chances that they trade Matt Olson. Ramon and Woj reporters both spoke yesterday. Harden did the same thing in Houston. He forced himself out of Houston. He forced himself out of Brooklyn. He should have just gone to the Lakers at this point. He's probably going to force himself out of Philadelphia too. Yeah, I just don't think. I don't think Kyrie Irving's a good fit there either. Personally, I would have moved Kyrie too, and gotten a lot back and built around Kevin Durant and some of the younger guys. But it is what it is. So I know they were trying to build a super three there, but how often do these super threes haven't been delivering championships left and right? It's been teams that were more complete. So. Oh, I'm trading a good amount for Matt Olson. He's worth it. 1927 Yankees and 98 Yankees are the best teams. Yeah, Murderers Row and that Magic team of 98. I would, Sean, I'm with you there. I think they're the two greatest Yankee teams of all time. I heard the Yankees are going to try and do a package of pitching prospects for Olson. Really? Man, so that'd be intriguing. I wonder what pitching prospects, if that's the case, who would the pitching prospects be? All right, man. Would I trade Monty? Not at this point. Benji. I would build around him and Cole and some of the other guys. So, yeah, the Nets. I mean, the Nets and the Knicks are just. At least the Nets tried. The Knicks haven't been really. Joke. Knicks have not been much. So it's terrible. He's a first baseman, not a starting pitcher. Thank you, Li. Olson represents. You can add a starting pitcher to Olson in the trade and address two positions in one trade. That's why that's appealing. Mariners won 116, but then I make it exactly. The Yankees eliminated them in the ALCS to get to the World Series. And I was at that game 6, when David Justice hit that big home run off of Arthur Rhodes to tie the game or give them the lead. I think give them the lead, and that's the game the Yankees won and clinched and went into the World Series in 2000 against the Mets and beat them in 5 or 6 games. I think it might have been 6 or 5. Well, 5 or 6 games. Yeah, man. The Braves. I mean, I wish the Yankees played the Braves more often in the World Series. They were good fits to play each other. Yeah, too many question marks after Cole bench. 100%. Yeah, I did, Maz. I mean, it's just, dude, the Rays got to do something, man. Like, it'd be nice if their team was actually in Tampa also. Like, and just where the hockey team is, where the other teams, load up the stadium. So it might be geographically they're a nightmare. They're just, I don't understand what the Tampa Bay Rays are doing with the stadium. I just don't. It doesn't make any sense. Knicks were definitely solid last season. They've definitely regressed this year. I thought they were heading in the right direction last year, but I just don't. They clearly didn't bring in some of the right guys. They clearly regressed a little bit, and they took a step back this year. So I hope that changes next year. I really do. 3-team trade: Oakland, Padres, Yankees. Tyler, let's get to it, man. Yep, David Justice. I was there, and Christopher Woods. And at that game, Don Mattingly was sitting in the luxury box right behind us, which was awesome. They nearly tore the stadium down when he hit that home run. That was phenomenal. Montgomery's not that good as Randall. Randall was next best, but maybe second team on a contender. Yeah. They need a lot more than Randall here. I mean, R.J. Barrett, they need more than him too. So they got to keep building. Yeah, and I heard Jeremy Giambi, and they reported today it was a suicide. He shot himself, unfortunately, which is terrible. Rest in peace, and condolences to his loved ones and family. Yankees Dodgers would be a nice World Series, Sean. Yeah, Sean Miner, the gamer 29. Hey man, what's going on? Judge for next year in 2023. I heard the New York Mets want to have Aaron Judge for 11 years with the New York Mets. Give him an 11-year deal at 31 years old. Go for it, guys. Go for it. Yankees, again, they should make him a big offer now, and if he turns it down, you trade him. Trade him and get a haul back. Do not just let him walk. And there's no way in the world I would give him 11 years. If he was 27, different story. He's going to be 31 plus. No, thank you. No, Benji, I hope not. I hope not Simmons. Shoot. Yeah, Frank. I mean, I'm prepared to be a little bit equally disappointed and pleasantly surprised with some of the moves that Cashman. And Cashman never tells anybody what he's doing until he actually does it. So that's why I'm really curious to see what they do this offseason. So I'm also curious. Yeah, I mean, I think a trade with Oakland would be a good move with the Yankees this offseason. So. Yeah, Chris. 3 years. Nice, man. I've been fortunate to be at a lot of games, a lot of really great Yankee games. I'm really, really lucky, man. I'm blessed. I haven't been relevant since 99 in basketball. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Mental health's hard. Yes, it is, man. Yes, it most certainly is, Udall. It's absolutely terrible. Chris, no worries, man. Oakland gets Peraza, Medina, Garcia, Voigt, Hassel, Legend, Prospero. Talbot's putting up the monster trades too, man. Man, it's gonna be fun with you guys, man. We're gonna light this thing on fire, man. Fire. Trade Stanton. Why would we trade Stanton, Benjamin? Who would we trade him for? What's the logic behind trading Stanton? Chicken Parm, always thank you for coming on. Salute. And we'll talk to you next time. Bottom 5 GM at best for Cashman. Since he's been here, 98. How many World Series has the Yankees won? 98, 99, 98, 2009. So 4. 4 World Series since then. Has any other GM won more World Series than Cashman, LA Yankee King, in that time period? And that's what I would do. Give the Judge the deal now. Don't wait. I mean, once this lockout's over, when you can actually do it, you do it. If he says no, then you trade him. That's the only avenue here. Exactly, Christopher. It's just Judge turning 31, give him 6 years. I mean, if you can get him for 6, it would be awesome. I think 7's probably going to be the bare minimum for Judge, but I'm still fine with doing 7 years for Aaron Judge. So, personally. What do you think of a swap with the Cardinals? Send Herman and Andrew DeJong for. I'm not sure about how I feel about DeJong, Kyle. I mean, he's got some intrigue. Herman and Andrew. I have to do a little bit more homework on that, Kyle Gibbs. I do a little bit more homework on that. Let me get back to you on that one. I need to look up a little bit more on Paul DeJong before I make a actual judgment on that one. You play second or shortstop, right, DeJong? The Yankees get Nick Good for life. I think so, Courtney. Cash is the master of ace up the sleeve. Yes, he is. He's an ace at that. He's just a master chess player. The Yankees let Judge walk. Could you see the Red Sox? I could see, yeah. There's going to be a bidding war for him. A bidding war. Absolute bidding war. And rightfully so. If he keeps playing like the way he's playing, he should have a bidding war. I'm a huge fan of the show. I appreciate that, Sean Michael. Gamer 29. Minor the game 25. I appreciate you. Who do I think will win the Super Bowl tomorrow? I think it's going to be the Rams, but I'm rooting for the Cincinnati Bengals. But I think the game will be relatively close. Swisher had Joe Bick for his agent. I like Nick Swisher, man. I liked him. I still do. I really do. Auto stuff. Screw that up. Herman and Andrew. Okay. Makes more sense, Kyle Gibbs. It makes more sense. Would I do 8 for 230 for Judge? I would do 7 for 230 for Judge and give him a higher annual value. Massa. That's what I would do. I mean, at that point, 7 for 230 would be, like $33 million per year, right around there. I would do that. The same money, just one less year. Jason Lund, always a pleasure, brother. Thanks for coming on. Love having you on, man. Someone explain this to me. Every Yankee fan wanted DJ LeMahieu for whatever deal. Well, not every Yankee fan wanted him for whatever deal, but for Judge, a 10-year deal is a no. DJ got a 6-year deal for $90 million. Judge is going to make at least $90 million for his first 3 years. They play different positions. Okay. And again, you want to talk about age. Yeah, I mean, DJ was 32. He's also coming off of ridiculous 2 seasons with the Yankees, batting title and everything. So, and again, Torres, we've gone through this, is not an upgrade at second base over DJ LeMahieu. Okay, not. So let's put that pipe dream away now. He also has the ability to play in multiple positions, DJ. He's a veteran. He's a team leader. He's a good clubhouse guy. So he has a lot of intangibles. And his worst year last year was better than Torres' year last year. COVID and not. Half the team had COVID. So we can't really use COVID as an excuse for everything. But 6 years for 15 per for DJ was worth it. And he's healthy now. He's coming off of his surgery. He'll be fine. Stand for trial. I don't think the Angels would ever do that. That would be crazy. Absolute crazy, Benji. But I like the thinking. I like the outside the box, baby. Jeremy Johnby is the man who did not slide in. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Shane Spencer, the Jeter to Posada. I remember that, man. Castellanos would be a good fit in a lot of teams. I think he'd be good for the Yankees too. Oh, here we go. Talbot. Padres get Matt Chapman, Joey Carlos Sanchez, Bassett, Chad Green, Puck, Chapman, Wells, Herman, Tony Camp, Lou Trivia. Wow. That's a monster one too, Talbot. I mean, Yankees are tired of paying luxury tax. Well, that's why I think they should be rooting for the tax thresholds to be going up. I don't know why they're not. The more it goes up, the less the Yankees have to pay. '98, '99, 2000 were Stick Michael, and 2009 was George Steinbrenner. How is it George Steinbrenner? Because he paid for the players? He paid for the players in '98, '99, 2000 too. Okay. Look at the guys that Cashman acquired during those years. Chili Davis, Roger Clemens, okay? David Wells, all these guys. David Justice, all Cashman, okay? Not Stick Michael, okay? Gene Michael's all 96, yes. Part 98, 99, 2000, but cannot shaft Brian Cashman at all, okay? He was very responsible, and he had a lot to do with these World Series, okay? A lot to do. And look what the acquisitions that Cashman made in 2009. Nick Swisher, Damaso Marte, a lot of guys. Yeah, they brought in Sabathia, Burnett, Teixeira. Sure, it took George Steinbrenner's money to do it, but let's not be delusional here and not give Cashman credit where it's due. Go back and look at his acquisitions those years. Scott Brocious, Tino. Well, Tino's actually 96, so Scott Brocious, and all the guys I mentioned were all Brian Cashman, not Gene Michael, not Stick. Stick developed Jeter, signed Posada and Rivera. Okay, those guys weren't the only contributors to that team. They weren't. So it's not as realistic as you think, Yankee King. Finding ways to not give credit for Cashman's fortune. You said he was a bottom 5 GM. You were just talking about GMs, yet you couldn't mention one that has more World Series than him. You want to credit like Theo Epstein, or why don't we credit the owner of the Red Sox who spent the money? So if we're going to go down that road, you have to do that too. Hirsch, 100%, no excuses to not spend exactly after resetting the tax rate, 100%. And it is terrible to hear that he died. It's awful, man. They can't afford to let you. Well, yeah, they have to be smart here. Honestly, it's tactical now with them, and it's got to be practical too. They have to make the best offer. If he turns it down, there's only one option, and that's it. Don't negotiate against yourselves. Don't give them, because if somebody gives them $300 million, let them. Go ahead. Enjoy Queens if the Mets are going to give you that much money for 11 years. Enjoy Queens. And getting him on the Mets doesn't guarantee them world championships either. I know. Curly, I love it. That's fantastic. Yankees get Machado, Olsen, Murphy, Frankie Montez, Blake Snell, Campusano, Ramon. Damn. Another monster Trey Talbot. Sign me up for that one too. So these are the types of returns the Yankees. Look at that return. Machado, Olsen, Murphy, Montez, Blake Snell, 2 frontline starters. Campusano, stud catching prospect, and outfielder, even though he's got a Peds, but who doesn't? Honestly. Machado, stud third baseman, stud first baseman. You got to how do you say no to a trade like that, Talbot? It's well done, bro. Well done. I go a max of 7 years, personally, boss man for Judge, but that's me. And I know people say, well, Jeter got 10. Jeter was 27 when he signed that deal. Jeter's, Judge is going to be 31. It's a huge difference. And every Yankees fan is going to look really stupid. Torres is better than DJ. No, they're not. No, they're not, LA Yankee King. You can keep living in fantasy land, but Torres is better than DJ. This is not a competition between the two, first of all. Okay, they're both here. But if one of them is going to be traded, it's going to be Torres, not DJ. And that'll tell you alone Torres wasn't better. If he was, they wouldn't have traded him. If they trade him. Yeah, so I don't know what the obsession with Gleyber Torres is, but it is what it is. Nobody's going to look stupid. Everybody's entitled to favor whoever they want here. But Torres has not had a better year than DJ yet. Not with the Yankees. Yeah, Cashman, big boy. Cashman went to Sabathia's house like at midnight, knocked on his door, and he was there on his front lawn waiting. That's courtship right there, man. That's how you do it, man. That's how you do it. Yeah, Stick was kind of, Stick is a legend. Stick is a legend, man. And him and Cashman both. And Cashman needs to evolve now a little bit with the team, but I also think he's been hamstrung by Hal and some of these other people too. So at no point do I think he had full carte blanche on this team to make deals that he wants. And he had a deal to trade A-Rod to the Angels for a boatload of guys. He was overruled by Hank Steinbrenner, who then signed him to a 10-year, $275 million deal, despite Cashman's wishes. Cashman had a monster haul coming back. He got overruled by Steinbrenner. Hank, not George. And this was the same offseason that he opted out during the World Series and came back. So that was part of it. Billy Cano, Machado, and Corbin walk. Yep. Yes, indeed, Benji. And Harper walk. Yep. Yankees will get Matthew Boyd and help in the bullpen if they make a change to it. I have a feeling they're going to wind up with Matthew Boyd as pitching depth, but if he's the only guy that they bring in, that's not going to be good. That's not going to be good. No. Cashman's career was made off Gene Stick and Michael's hard work. Not really. Cashman's never taken credit for the work that Gene Michael did, so I don't know what you're talking about. The guys that I mentioned, all Cashman, had nothing to do with Gene Michael. General Tim Lerith, I think if they make him an underwhelming extension offer, then he rejects it, and rightfully so, honestly. And then I can see them moving on. I don't see them making a bad offer, and they'd be stupid to make an underwhelming offer and then have him say no, and then they'd be kind of forced to trade him. They would be. 8 years for I might do that too, Tyler. Maybe or an option for an 8th year or something like that. Or, but I'm not going 10 or 11 years. There's no way in the world. So no way. Didi's shelf play. Yeah, I don't think Didi's. I like Didi, but I just don't think he's a good fit now. Cashman would continue to be a bottom 5 GM if he trades Torres. Thanks for the laugh, Yankee King. He trades Torres. Torres hasn't done enough to justify staying here long term. His youth is not enough, okay? If he has a great year, great. But knocking DJ doesn't make Torres look any better. You realize that, right? Attacking DJ LeMahieu does not make Torres look like a better player. The stats don't lie, and they're not even close. I don't know what else to tell you, dude. If Torres gets better, fantastic. But again, Clemens and Moose, yes. Yep, Clemens and Moose. Cashman. And just so that we know, LA Yankee King, who's the best GM in baseball? Who are the top 5 GMs? Since he's a bottom 5, who are the top 5 in your opinion? And who's feeding you this information, by the way? That's my curiosity. The Mets wanted A-Rod. I don't know, Benji. I'm not sure. The Red Sox wanted them. They almost had him, too. They had a trade between for him and Manny Ramirez at the time when he was with Texas, and that fell apart somehow. He brought back Wells and Predit. Yes, he did. And Clemens. Yep. Big boy. Can you imagine that, man? Just live streaming with him? That would be kind of funny, actually. It will be entertaining, that's for sure. I do think we'll have a baseball season, but I think it's going to be unfortunately short by a little bit, not a lot, by a little bit. And yeah, Talbot, I'm with you. Yeah, Boyd does seem like a left-handed, just a Cashman guy, but he can't be the guy. That's for sure. Maybe it'd be ridiculous to have him be the only. You don't get Matthew Boyd over Carlos Rodon, not in a million years. Hershey, I'm done with Pineda too. I don't see Benji. I mean, Benji. I don't see Gardner coming back now that they brought in Ender and Ciarte. So personally, but we'll see. And we'll see. Tyler, that 7,245 number is like that's my number. That's 35 mil per year for 7 years. That I think would be that's the number in my opinion to me, and that's a perfect number. It's a perfect number. Torres has had one good season. Yeah, exactly. It's one good season. Anthony Medina, what's happening, man? Good to see you. It's all good here, man. How you doing? Glaber thrived. Yeah, I think he did too. Medina's in the house. Yeah, I mean, Torres doesn't do it for me. He's got talent, but yeah, it is what it is. I would not hesitate to move him for a good pitcher at all. When he was on sale, Seattle wanted a lot. The Mets said no. Yeah. I mean, he was the best player. I mean, in the generation, Benji, like when he was there. So there's no doubt about it. Minor league. I enjoy minor league baseball. I do. Do I think Boone leaves after 3? I don't know, Centron. I mean, I think he would get fired in a 3-year period before he left. That'd be my kind of get. My opinion. And Ciarte does have a chance at fourth outfield. He's like a 3 or 4 time Gold Glover. He's a decent player, actually. So that was a smart, underrated signing. Top 5: Dodgers, Rays, Padres, Marlins, Astros. All right, let's combine. Over the last 20 years, the Yankees 4 championships, right? Let's combine all the teams: Dodgers, Rays, Padres, Marlins, Astros. 2 combined World Series between 5 teams. 4 with the Yankees. End of story. LI Yankee King. End of story. Yankees 4 compared to 2 with 5 teams. Debate lost. Game 6 of 2009 World Series. I was at that game too with my wife and mom. We sat in the bleachers. That was an awesome game. Awesome game, man. Son was 5. That's awesome, man. That's a heck of a first game to be at, Jeffrey. That's a heck of a first game. All good GMs there, Tyler. All good GMs. There isn't a chance in the world Cashman's a bottom 5 GM. Yeah, I think, I like that Beltran's back in. Yes. I think the right move is to put him there instead of on the coaching staff right now. So, but yeah. As a 1-day contract for Gardner's retire. Oh, yeah, I would definitely do that, Chris. And yes, no doubt about it. I don't think Epstein would. I would be shocked if he came back as a GM anywhere now, honestly. I would love for him to be Yankees, but he's a big timer now in MLB, so I'm not sure he would do that. I could see him being a commissioner before a GM. Trade Green, Voit, Torres for K-Tel. I would do that. I've never seen somebody who claims to be a Yankee fan bash the Yankees so much. Kind of interesting, right? Kind of interesting. Why would George hold on to a guy for 20 years if he was not good? Exactly, Sean. Why would he be in the Yankees GM for almost 25 years if he was that bad? Yeah, Torrey would be a good one, too. He'd be a good one, too. Red Sox and Giants are the only team with rings in the Cashman time period, I believe. Yeah, multiple rings. Yes, sir. Aaron Boone has 3 years to prove. I agree with that, Matthew. Like the Yankees love him. Yeah. I'm talking right now. Tyler, I think you're right, man. I think you're right. Hal can't let go of his love for Cashman. Maybe it's because Cashman's brought 4 rings. And there's no guarantee replacing Cashman. Other guys would have brought more championships. So, yeah, I mean, Wade was a decent backup, but that's it. He wasn't a starter. But I liked his speed and athleticism. That was a intangible that the Yankees didn't have or needed more of, and now they're down a lot of it, so they need to bring that a lot back. So let's compare right now. Brian Cashman extended the worst manager in baseball. No, he didn't extend it. Hal Steinbrenner did. And who's the worst manager in baseball? Manny Acta's running in Seattle as the third base coach while Boone can't manage a paper bag. How many playoffs did Acta take Seattle to versus Boone with the Yankees? Just out of curiosity. How many times has Seattle been to the playoffs? Why is he rotting in Seattle? Isn't part of a manager to get a team to overperform? They have a lot of talent there. And again, this is not all Boone's fault here. This has a lot to do with a poorly managed roster. There's only so much Aaron Boone can do. Worst manager in baseball. Not really. You're not, dude. He's not the worst manager in baseball. So, again, that's your opinion. If he was the worst manager in baseball, he would have fired a long time ago. Big boy, yeah. I mean, L.I. Yankee Kim. I mean, come on. He's not the worst manager in baseball. And the Orioles manager is definitely not better. Come on. Luis Rojas was awful as a manager. Yep. Boone got a basic great squad while Acta never even got a decent team. We replaced Cashman with Theo Epstein. I do that. The only person I replace Cashman with is Theo Epstein. I'm with you, Tyler. I even said that in one of my videos, or a couple of them. Okay? And Boone isn't the worst. Yes, the Orioles. How is the Orioles manager better? We don't know if this guy's a Yankee fan or not, or just a troll here. Rojas was somehow better than Boone. What kind of answer is that? Somehow better than Boone. You just look. Do you have a book that says bullshit answers for the night? I'm just going to lay them out on the live stream. What planet do you spend most of your time on? And I agreed he's not the best, but he's definitely not the worst. Yes, exactly, Billy Branch. Al Marest, I'm with you there too, man. Yahoo. Yeah, we're gonna have to do something about it. Al, thank you for hanging out with us, but I'm telling you, this won't be happening on the next live stream, so I'll make sure of that. I bet you get Maniac. The Yankees win the division instead of fourth place with tops playing 89 wins. Oh, you bet us. My God. Yeah, exactly. Rojas now works with Boone. Oh man, this is pretty funny. Tyler, make sure you reach out to me on IG or email, and I'll put it together with you and Mazza so we can get something going here. Exactly, General. Exactly. Rangers, yeah, I could see that. I'm not sure if the Rangers have enough to get Olsen. Don't apologize, Billy. But they are obviously showing their seriousness in getting better. So, so would I be surprised if they pulled off a trade? No, I would not. I would not. So, Texas means business. I give them that. It's been oh my God, it's been 4 years? Maniac is good, but you know. I don't know. I don't rank managers. The Yankees have been to the playoffs with Boone. Okay. They've had I don't really rank managers. It's pointless. It's pointless. But there's no guarantee that they'd be better with Acta. Acta's good. There's no guarantee. That's just a claim. They just Kobe. They just stopped testing them right now during the lockout. So it'd be kind of foolish right now to start a steroid loading phase because once this lockout ends, testing is going to resurrect itself. Okay, be resurrected, and they're not going to be. One little bout of steroids isn't going to set them up for the entire season. So they'd be stupid right now to be doing stuff. They would be, in my opinion. So. My father thought that Billy Martin was a great manager because he would. Billy Martin was a good manager. He was fantastic. A little bit more progress, and yeah, underwhelming, but still more progress. I'll take some, but they still have a ways to go, Kyle. But you're probably right. 3 or 4 meetings now, and Major League Baseball Players Association, they need to counter immediately. Don't wait a week, 10 days. Counter on Monday. None of this because they just waste time. They wasted the whole entire month in December by not doing anything. So, big boy, I love that answer. Guillen would be fun managing. He's a fun guy. I mean, yeah, learning from Stengel, like it's for me. Billy Martin's a Yankee legend. The Yankees did retool at the deadline. Slightly, but they did what they can do because Cashman had a mandate to stay under the threshold. So that's what he had to do. And he did that. Okay. Cashman doesn't make the rules there. He follows them. Pete would roast him. And he's welcome to hop in here, and Pete's welcome to hop on and give this dude a pounding. He's been on there too, and he's gotten his too for making crazy stuff up. So I've seen him, on there, and some people get on. I've seen it. They bought at the deadline and retooled. They stayed under the threshold. Okay. You can retool and increase payroll at the same time. It is mathematically possible. Okay. They traded for Rizzo. They traded for Gallo. And yet they still went under the threshold. That's the definition of retooling. They brought in Clay Holmes, who's going to be a mainstay now. They brought in some other guys. That's retooling. That's retooling. Retooling doesn't have to be big. It could also be small. That's exactly what they did. They added some positions or addressed some positions and got under the threshold. So that's not rebuilding. Okay, that's retooling. That's what they do. And every retooling is different for every team. Yeah, 100% on that one, Tyler. I don't know which starter was available, but Heaney was not the right guy. Definitely not the right guy. Christopher Mez, I appreciate that, man. I definitely will. Thank you. Pulled a 2016 retool with Chapman, Blicky, Sanchez, Voit, LeMahieu, Hicks, Stanton. You move Hicks, but they're not going to move Hicks, who was injured for the entire season. He's not movable at that point. It's moving Stanton to who? It would be foolish. He has a no trade clause too. It would have been foolish to move LeMahieu with the awful year Torres was having. Okay, he's regressed every year since his 38 home run year. It would be pointless to move DJ. Can move Chapman, maybe. Licky, what? Well, move Licky where? Sanchez, nobody wanted him. Voit, I would have moved him after his home run year, but that's besides the point. So he'll be moved this offseason. I'm pretty confident of that. He was just a terrible fit. That sucked. Rizzo and Gallo. Heaney. Yeah, and that wasn't a monster deadline either. That's retooling. They became less right-handed. That's part of retooling. Okay? And retooling doesn't have to be long-term or short-term. That's what they did. I hear you, General. I hear that. Even top 5 GMs make moves that don't always work. It happens. Nobody expected Heaney to be that bad, okay? Here. Nobody did, but it happened, okay? But they would not have gone to the postseason without Rizzo and Gallo, so. And Clay Holmes. They would have missed it. Johnny Lasagna would take over for Chapman, I think, if they moved him. He's ready. Dominic, much love, bro. Appreciate you, man. Dominic Davis. That's what I'm saying, dude. We gotta be on point here, man. Love you too, man. Much love. Torres is never gonna hit 38 home runs ever in his career because of the juice balls, because MLB wanted to juice the balls, because that year Cole and Strasburg became free agents. So you juice the balls to benefit player in the year where pitchers were going to become free agents. Okay. There's been juice balls going on for a while. Big boy, I know. Yeah, I know, man. That's what I'm saying, Billy Branch. Johnny Lasagna. That's straight up. That's a perfect New York name, man. Perfect New York name. Heaney was definitely a nightmare. But guess what? Who signed the nightmare? The Dodgers. He's with the Dodgers next year. So they spent like almost $10 million to bring that nightmare over there. So the GM of the Dodgers just signed Andrew Heaney after that performance. So with the implementation of DH national interest, I think they can probably get a top 10 prospect for Voit, Kyle Gibbs, or maybe 2 prospects between 11 and 20. That's my guess for Voit, Kyle. I personally don't collect autographs, but I have some. You know. Yeah. And they dead in the ball because of a huge racing place. They generally been using the juice balls in the big markets and the big networks. So why would they get rid of the juice ball with all those free agents coming here? I just don't understand that. Are they going to rejuice it? I would be fine if they did that and left the sticky stuff on the ball, but I really don't care. But they did use 2 different balls last season, right? Exactly. One in the big markets and the other one in not the big markets. So it's yeah, it did, Billy. Yeah, Clay Holmes, man, I'm telling you, man, that was a great acquisition by Cashman. Underrated, fantastic. So was Nestor Cortez. So was Gio Urshela. So was Giancarlo Stanton. A lot of them. Holmes is a stud, man. He's an absolute stud. I like Holmes too. I really do. Oh wow, man, we're going on 2 hours, man. You can deal with the Marlins. Exactly, DJ. Watch out for my next couple of videos because I talk about that. I really do. So, and I'm with you there too, Tyler. Rosenbag's not enough for the pitchers gripping the ball. Need something to help them. If you're gonna help the hitters, you got to help the pitchers. So that's the bottom line. Will be another field. I think there should be both the London Series and the Field of Dreams. That just added so much mystique and enjoyment to the game. I really enjoyed those. So, but I'm going to wrap this up, guys. Thanks, guys, for coming on. I hope you enjoyed it. I did. Nice heated discussion. And hopefully next time we'll have some people. Where is the pitching acquisitions for Cashman, I wonder? Pitching acquisitions this offseason? We're in lockout. In terms of not lockout, Roger Clemens, Mike Mussina, Garrett Cole, just to name a few, David Wells. A lot of them. So Marlins and Yankees are great trade partners. So I agree with that. So he's got plenty of pitching acquisitions, and he's going to continue to boost it this offseason. So peace, everybody. Enjoy your night. I'll talk to you next time.